We don't want to be together. We want rival day. We want different parks. We want to travel. They're talking about, oh, we don't want to do it because they got loading screens. And this, like, we've always had loading screens. This is one thing that we actually asking for in 2K21. This is what made people start coming back to 2K, was splitting the neighborhoods up into affiliations. Like, having affiliations is the best thing that 2K had when it came to my player. RONNIE2K is at it again. If you new, welcome to my channel. Consider hitting that sub button, that like button, you know, turn your noties on. This is the home of the drill reaction, but today we got some 2K21 park affiliations, transfer player rep, crossplay, current gen, next gen cap from Ronnie. So let's get right into it.
In current gen.
So
my old subs, welcome back.
Xbox Series
Appreciate
X,
y'all.
the neighborhood will not be making it.
Also, this video is this was on Jumpman Germ. This was on his page, so go check him out. He always had a first 2K stuff that I ever see. So go check that man out. Give him a sub. You know what I'm saying? Like the video up if y'all like the video.
As for affiliations, all he says is that 2K is working on a solution to not split the community.
I've talked about affiliations a ton. Again, not to say that
This is
they
where
will or will not be in the game, but we are continually trying to figure out how we don't split the community into different sections. I've talked about that at least 7 million times.
we have to split the community, and we got to split the community. I don't understand why they won't split the community. Later on in this stream, he says that he wants it to be friendly and they trying to keep everybody together. We don't want to be together. We want rival day. We want different parks. We want to travel. They're talking about, oh, we don't want to do it because they got loading screens. And this, like, we've always had loading screens. This is one thing that we actually asking for in 2K21. This is what made people start coming back to 2K, was splitting the neighborhoods up into affiliations. Like, having affiliations is the best thing that 2K had when it came to my player. If you play 2K15, 16, and 17, like, those were the three. 15 and 16 was the best one. 17, not so much, unless you was a rec player. If you was a rec player, that shit went crazy. But 15, having that rec, and then having the affiliations, we didn't care. Like, 15's loading screens took forever. You could literally roll you up a blunt, go get something to eat, go to the little corner store, get you a little apple snapple, you feel me? Come back, and then the game will finally be ready to load up. And we did not care about that. It actually made it better for smokers, because we could, hey, I'm going to join so-and-so park. We about to go get it in for rival day. You can step outside, go roll you one up, and then come back, and then the game is ready to play. I think that people would actually take that over what they're talking about giving us, man. Like, we would take that over a community any day. But the community thing is just a cash grab. They said that before, and I don't know if he says it in this stream, but that's what he said. It has to make sense money-wise, business-wise. This is all 2K cares about, and this is why I don't understand why people actually are pre-ordering this game already when we don't have any information. Yes, Kobe is on the cover. Yes, Zion is on the cover. Yes, they put Dame Dollar on the cover, but that doesn't do anything for us. Y'all showed us this little clip of the players looking realistic and having sweat, which is cool and all, but I want to know about the gameplay. I want to know if I'm going to be able to challenge other affiliations in Rival Day again, bro. That shit used to go crazy. We used to go dumb for that. And now they're taking it away just for money. You got to understand, when they come with this, we're going to get into that later. We're going to get into that later. I ain't even going to give y'all the juice right now.
The whole story about that. Unfortunately, sees this. Affiliations don't split the community. They do.
We need that.
That's actually the definition of affiliations.
Yeah, we need that.
Creating groups within groups. That's actually, I think that's Webster's dictionary definition.
No, you're dumb. You don't know. Oh my God, this dude.
That's what, maybe you misunderstand what split means. I mean people that play in different areas and have to load to go to play with a different group of people.
Bro,
We're trying to create a community that is all about friends creation.
No.
And in the long run, we've done a lot of stuff to support that. Now, look, I think there's a way.
Now, and the thing is too, is they're talking about friends creation. The neighborhood is the most toxic thing that 2K has ever put into its game. Ever. The neighborhood is so toxic, it's ridiculous. You don't get people like 2K15 and 16. You could literally have a pro rep jump on with legends and they wouldn't hop off. Now they got it to where you can see rank, you can see this, you can see that, and then people, they don't want to play because they don't want to mess up what their record looks like. Like, who cares, man? I just want to play the game, and that's why I stopped playing that, and that's why I play my team currently, because it's a lot more fun, and they're introducing a lot of new stuff. Like, they got LaMelo Ball in 2K20, and he's not even in the NBA. Like, they got all of these guys in the NBA. Like, how can you create something like that? Give them a Galaxy Opal card where they're literally the best cards in the game, better than people like Dame Dollar, Stephen Curry. Goddamn, it's a long list of players, and they haven't even played one game yet. If they can do that, you cannot tell me that they can't put different affiliations into this game. Like, I just don't believe it. But the thing is, it's all about money. My team creates so much money from people buying packs and doing pack openings that they have to do this stuff in order for people to keep buying it. If they kept my team just strictly based on events and not bringing new cards, better cards, they would be in the same place that they are in NBA or in the park.
Get there. We just have to figure it out. And in terms of features and all that, it's too early to talk about, but we continue to work and figure things out.
This is exactly why NBA Live needs to create a good game that we can play too, bro. They need competition. They don't have competition, so we have to lean on every little thing that 2K says, bro. And just because this is the only basketball game that is worthwhile playing, even though it's fucking trash. Ever since after 2K17, bro, it just went to trash. Like, we had affiliations in 17, but the gameplay was different. Everything was just different. And then they go to 18, which was the most garbage 2K of all 2K history. And 19 got a little better, but then 20 was the same thing. They basically just copying and pasting. You can't tell me from 17 to 18 to 19, you got 3 years where you could have been creating these park affiliations and doing all of this different stuff that you're saying you can't do. You had 3 years to come up with the greatest 2K that we have ever seen, and they still haven't done it. They need competition. Competition is good for the soul. That's what we as human beings are accustomed to, is competition. We don't want to be friends. We can be friends after I spank that booty, but before that, like, we don't need to be friends. We don't need to be in the same neighborhood and all high-five, because it's not no friends in the neighborhood. It's the most toxic thing, because you got all of these players all grouped together under one umbrella, and it's just, everybody is toxic. If you have affiliation, it splits up the people with different play styles, the people with different mindsets about playing the game, and it just makes the whole game better in general.
You do. This takes us
this nigga got me
a lot
hot,
of smart
bro.
people, a lot of people smarter than me, to
2K.
Figure it out.
Also, Ronnie says that with backwards compatibility on next gen, you'll be able to play the 2 different builds of 2K21 on the PS5 and Xbox Series X, but I don't know if this means we'll be able to play with PS4 players using the PS5 and Xbox One to Series X.
So this is the cool thing that you guys may not have realized, which I think is pretty rad. When you get 2K21 on next gen, you can play the old one because it's backwards compatible, right? and you can play the
Check
new one.
this,
No
though.
other game that's coming to the console is allowing.
He
you
making
to
it
do
sound
that.
so
As far as
great,
I know,
but watch
maybe I'm
this.
mistaken, but I believe
Watch this,
that we're
though.
the only one that's
Watch what he
allowing
said.
you to do that, which is pretty rad. Should we expect 2K21 used next week? Well, we just had a lot of 2K21 used this past week.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Y'all ain't giving no news, bro,
No,
at all.
Madden is not doing that. I don't believe any other game is doing that. They're giving you one disc, and it's the same game on both consoles, pretty much, is my understanding with Madden and a lot of them. We're giving you two totally different games. We're giving you next-gen game, which is built from the ground up, and we're giving you current-gen game. And if you get Kobe, you get both of them. So that's pretty awesome.
I ain't trying to hear that, man. This dude is a capper to his soul, bro.
Yeah, we'll see how different the games are with Madden. I don't know. I don't work for EA, so I can't tell you what they're doing or not, but I can tell you that we are having two totally separate experiences.
Now, I say all of that to say this, right? I think that they will have affiliations in 2K21. This is my prediction. Just for the simple fact, they have to. There's no way they can get away with making as much money as they do and not put affiliations in. They always say, oh, we're listening to you. We're doing what you guys want us to do. No, you're not, because for 3 years y'all had the chance to make this thing right and y'all still haven't made it right. So y'all have to do it. And what they're going to do is, so he's saying it's built from the ground up. I think they going to make affiliations in next gen, but current gen might not get affiliations. They probably going to get, a different type of neighborhood. And they can't tell me that this stuff is hard to do on the simple fact that NBA Live is a trash game. Like, it's decent, but it's not where it needs to be to compete with 2K. But they have all different kinds of parks. They got Venice Beach. They got the cages. They got Rucker Park. They got all of the indoor legendary basketball courts. Like, if they can do that, these guys can do it too, man. Like, they're just being lazy because they can be. If you don't have competition, there's no reason for you to want to progress as being 2K. That's just what they making it seem like.
I mean, it's true. You get two games. That's been like the low-key kind of thing that's not being realized. Like, you can play it on current,
bro. Nobody cares.
Play current game on next gen, and then of course you can play next gen on next gen. So,
especially because they saying on current gen, okay, so a lot of people play Park, right? If you play Park on current gen, you buy the game for current gen, all of your stuff will not be, you will not have that stuff able to go over to next gen. So you make your current gen player, you get up to 95, 97. None of that transfers over to next gen. Only thing that transfer is your VC. And he gonna talk about that later. I jumped the gun.
Are people gonna be able to hack 2K21 PC?
Probably.
My guess is probably, right?
Now, as for PlayStation and Xbox Crossplay, we know the servers more than likely won't be able to handle it if it's even in the game, but
they can't handle nothing anyway.
He's unsure if it'll be implemented.
Crossplay is a feature-based thing, so I got nothing to say about that because we're not talking features.
And finally, I know a lot of you were wondering what transfers from current gen to next
here
gen.
we go.
Sadly, the only thing that carries over will be VC and a My Team related progression.
And that's what I'm saying. With the My Team, they make so much money off of it. They had to make a way for people to be able to get their cards. Because if people spend their money on these cards and they can't transfer them over, people are not going to want to play. But since My Team, it seems like they're making more money from My Team than the Park, they gotta do the thing that's gonna make them the most money. And that's transfer these cards. And I don't see how you can transfer cards. It's still data. It's still players. It seems like My Team has a lot more stuff going on than the Park does. And you can't even transfer the Park stuff. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy to me.
So, no, your My Player and Rep won't transfer, and you'll have to...
And another reason why that's BS is because how can you play a demo or a prelude up to a certain point, and then once you buy the game, you can transfer it over? That That makes sense to y'all? Like how they? It's a lot of stuff that don't make sense here to me.
Are all over from scratch on Next Gen My Career, but once again, this is all according to Ronnie.
Right,
Players will not transfer over.
Right.
I've answered that question a million times, Byron. It's a totally different game, so no. Will My Career transfer from PS4 to PS5? So progress.
No.
The progress that transfers is my team and VC. Because we're building the game from ground up, and it's been this case every year, we are not transferring from console to console because it's a completely different experience, as you guys will see. You probably remember the same thing that happened back in 2K14. It's a totally different game. It's not possible. So, as far as the cards go, though, like, even the cards, they're going to transfer over, but you know, we're gonna have new badges, we're gonna have a lot of different stuff, but we're working on ways to, like, you know, one-to-one tweak them. So, like I said, I just told you guys what transfers over, because things are getting rebuilt in the you know, park, career, neighborhood experience. All of that will not transfer over, but VC.
I don't see how they think that's a W.
Team cards, things like that, we are doing our best to transfer over. So
at first he said they would transfer over. Now he's saying we're doing our best to get them to transfer over. Like, which one is it? Like, this is why you can't believe what this dude said. And the people that pre-ordered this game already with no information, it's a dub. It's a dub.
Every year, career is different, right?
No, it's not.
We didn't have rep in, sorry, all these years been together, so I'm asking this question. Rep came back this year, right? 20?
Yeah.
It didn't come back at 19. 19 was
still
still 99. So, like, how, just for example, how are we going to move from 19 to 20, transfer stuff over when that's a completely different system? So, same thing. This is
And the thing about that is, so he's saying it's the same thing, and how can they transfer it over? Y'all copied and paste 16 to 17. No, y'all didn't. No, y'all didn't, because 17 was fucking trash. Y'all copied and pasted 18 and 19. Like, y'all can copy and paste. Stop capping, Ronnie.
A different game. So to go from current gen to next gen and keep your rep and all that stuff, it's just not possible. We'd love to. Obviously, we're doing it in my team. We're doing it with VC, but because it's a different thing.
He capping.
Guys, like, most people want to play.
He tripping over his words, bro.
You know, the new story, career, all that stuff. Like, all the new stuff. Like,
yeah, Chris Smooth.
You want to start over, but we're not completely starting you over. We're giving
you are.
VC and all that stuff.
All that stuff. This dude just be talking out his ass. Only thing you giving us is VC. That's it. He's talking about we're giving you VC and all of that stuff. People insert words like that when they don't got nothing else to say. Like, you're just giving VC. You making somebody buy a $60, $100, or $70, my fault, $70, $100 game on current gen, and then they got to buy a whole nother game system and a whole nother game, and they got to start that progression over. Like, 2K, like, how much money do y'all really need, bro? We giving y'all all this money and y'all can't, like agents say, hire new devs or do any of this stuff. Like, I just watched the Agent Zero video the other day, and this dude literally pulled up all the positions that's open for 2K, and they still don't have a community manager. Like, all of these positions, like, y'all are the biggest basketball game on Xbox and PS, and y'all don't have all of these positions filled. Like, y'all have no competition when it comes to basketball after NBA Live dropped out. So how do y'all not have the money to fill these positions, or the people to fill these positions? It's just crazy to me. But the thing about that is, if you can make more money, if you can still make a lot of money with less people, why not do it? And that's what 2K is doing. Like, they tripping, bruh. They are tripping. Live need to get their shit together, man, because this is bullshit.
I would assume no, but that I might be mistaken. I don't know. I'll find out about that. I actually don't know. We've put colleges in 2K before, which wonder where Madden got their idea this week. That was real fascinating. Anyway,
Yeah, y'all put them in there, but we talking about a college experience, an actual experience. Make it dope so that when we get to the league, we're ready and we don't have to buy VC. That's what we mean by colleges, not this bullshit with, oh, you get 4 games to try to prove yourself. Make it an actual experience where it's college, D-League, and then, you know what I'm saying, you get to make the NBA, and if you don't make the NBA from college, then you got to go to the D-League to make it. Like, that would be so dope. But 2K is such a money grab. They want you to play 4 or 5 games in college and then go to the NBA where you got to pay for VC. It's pretty much like you goddamn shooting steroids, you know, because you can't keep up with the players that's playing in the league already. Like, this guy, bro. 2K in general,
it's
bro.
Challenging,
they make my skin itch and crawling.
So, anyway. Yeah, we also had 10 colleges years ago. We have to shut down old servers. That's always going to be the case. And it's actually really standard. We shut them down 27 months after the game comes out.
Standard for y'all. How is it that you can still go and play Call of Duty 4? They remastered it. A game that we love, they remastered it. I think everybody just need to start playing Call of Duty because we can play any Call of Duty. World at War, all of the Call of Duties, they still have their servers up. And you getting sometimes 20 people into a game, and these guys can't do that? Like, y'all can't tell me that y'all can't do that, bro. These guys got all these animations, you know, with the guns and the clips and the body and just how their suits are on the Call of Duty. And all these dudes got is like t-shirt, shorts, shoes. Like, they just feeding us anything, bro. If they can't do it, they need to get with the guys that make the Call of Duty games, and they need to figure this shit out on how to crossplay, how to keep servers up. Because I know if they brought 2K15, 2K16 back right now, 2K21 wouldn't even exist if they don't got affiliations. I promise you that. Only people who be playing 2K21 are the people that are doing, that are playing my team. That's it.
This year, 2K18 servers will be shut down in...
They should have been shut them down.
I think it's December 31st. Sorry, 2K19, right? 2K19's servers will be shut down in December. We're not Call of Duty, that's why. We have a lot more data than Call of Duty.
No, you don't.
Will next gen version be a day one release with consoles? Yes, that was announced as part of that thing. Ooh,
it's a damn lie, bro.
No news on a demo or any of that, but like I said, feature-based.
It don't matter if you got more data. Just do it.
When we announce it. Too early to talk about face scan. I mean, guys, come on. It is July. We're working on everything. The game is getting built from the ground up. It is way too early to talk about.
So how long does it take to actually do one of these games, to build one of these games? Because he's saying it's getting built from the ground up. All of the time that they wasn't doing stuff for 2K or 2K20, like they should have been doing it for 21. Like, this is what I don't get is, do they do this in a couple of months and that's why these games are so rushed? Is that they put all of their energy into my team, because they definitely don't do it for the park. Like, the park players is just dead. Like, I'm so done with park. Like, it's just crazy. But do they do this in a couple of months and that's why they don't have all of this stuff ready? Because he's saying it's too early. It's too early. Like, I thought the shit would have been done, especially when they had the quarantine. Like, these dudes should have been at home with like, you had all of this time. Didn't have to drive to work. Didn't have to do nothing. You could literally sit from home. And y'all can't tell me that these devs at home don't have computers that can work from home and do this stuff. And if they don't have it, they do need to get it, because they need to make these games the best that they can for the amount of money that they're asking for.
And because most things aren't even final.
And that's a wrap. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that sub button for me. But before I let you go, let me know down in the comments below any other NBA 2K21 related questions you have that you want answered by Ronnie. As always, thanks for watching. I'm out.
Hey, y'all, go check out, what's his name? Jumpman Germ. Go check him out. Like he said, like, I'm subscribed. Do the same for me. I appreciate y'all. Until the next time, I'm going to do a lot of reactions on this now, man, because these dudes, they just capping, and somebody need to address the cap. We have been, but we gonna get into their ass on this one. Until the next time, it's been your boy, Pockets.